Half a world away and surrounded by the Pacific Ocean are 33 picturesque islands which make up the Republic of Kiribati, or Kiribati as locals say. The people here live on the brink.
What are your plans for the future?
My plans is for the future is to migrate.
To migrate?
Yes, to leave this country.
Why do you want to leave Kiribati?
I want to leave Kiribati because of climate change.
Edrili Karibwa has 2 kids, 8 and 9 years old, but cannot imagine a future for them here.
I have no choice, no other choice. If tsunami coming or high tides affecting our water, how can we survive for the future?
The Kiribati have been here for centuries. 100,000 residents who occupy stretches of land as narrow as a basketball court. So narrow that waves from one side can roll straight on through to the other. Half of Kiribati's population is under the age of 25, and some scenarios show that within their lifetimes, their home islands could become uninhabitable, engulfed by the rising ocean.
It seems like paradise.
It is a paradise, but it is a paradise that we are losing. The beachfront.
Pelanisi Alofa co-founded the first climate change NGO in the country.
The most disastrous thing in Kiribati right now is the rising of the sea. If you look around you now, you see sea walls. The tide just keep on coming and taking away our lands.
The seawalls back here didn't seem to work.
They don't work. It just continue to be destroyed. The seawall is broken.
There was a seawall here,
Yes,
and now it's just flooded with water.
yes, flooded with water.
Where was your home?
My home right in the middle of the water.
Your home was there?
Yes,
Just been washed away?
yes, washed away.
So you would have been walking through people's homes right
Yes, yes.
now? Who do you blame?
I know they're going to hate me.
It's okay.
America, United States.
The United States is responsible for over a quarter of the world's carbon emissions to date. In recent years, a warming planet and melting glaciers have resulted in rising seas and an increase in extreme weather events, like this king tide in the capital of Kiribati back in 2015. And that's not just Kiribati, that's worldwide. 40% of the world's population lives within 60 miles of the coast. 145 million live less than 3 feet above sea level. This is Miami last month, and New Orleans just 2 weeks ago. By the end of this century, worst-case projections have parts of those cities, along with parts of Boston and Manhattan, underwater. But these places all have higher ground to relocate to. Those on Kiribati have nowhere to run. Scientist and climate expert Ben Strauss models projections of sea level rise.
Sea level rise raises the launch pad for coastal floods. It makes every coastal flood deeper and more damaging. Today, sea level is rising 50% faster than it was 20 years ago, and that's a real cause for alarm.
Kiribati sits just about 6 feet above sea level, so there's nowhere to safely rebuild.
This was a house here?
Yeah, this is a house before.
Water just
The
came
water
and destroyed this house.
Came in with the strong wind and destroyed the house.
Kabua John has seen his neighbors on a remote island of Kiribati displaced because of extreme tides.
This fisherman here who's working on his net used to be here.
Yeah, he hasn't repaired his house because, it's no hope.
Salt water inundated this village, contaminating the groundwater and killing the crops in this field. 10 families have already left. Only Maria Takei's family remains.
It's interesting that she has probably one of the lowest carbon footprints in the world, but she's the one feeling climate change.
Yeah, we have to move to maybe another country, countries that they have mountains, you know.
The United States will withdraw from the Paris Climate Accord.
We were in Kiribati in June when President Trump announced his decision.
President Trump just saying now that the U.S. will withdraw from the Paris Climate Accord. This is getting applause at his press conference in Washington, D.C.
The president claimed the 2015 treaty, which sets limits on global greenhouse gas emissions that are gradually warming our planet, would have killed American jobs and placed an unfair burden on the U.S.
As president, I can put no other consideration before the well-being of American citizens.
Where is the justice in sending your emissions our way so that you can get a better life and we lose our home? Where is the justice in this?
Former Kiribati president Anote Tong has encouraged his people to leave before they are displaced, purchasing 5,000 acres of land in Fiji that could serve as a refuge. And last month, Fiji's prime minister said people from Kiribati who flee due to climate change could settle permanently.
Having lost their home, the last thing I would wish to see them lose is their dignity. Climate change is not a national issue, it's a global issue. And we need global thinking. We need global leadership. And that is what is lacking at the moment.
5 Kiribati residents applied for refugee status in nearby New Zealand and were rejected. The United Nations does not recognize climate change as a valid reason to become a refugee. For now, the residents of Kiribati are left wondering.
It's dangerous and it's scary and it's worried me for my future's sake and especially my kids.
For you, that's the answer to leave?
Yes, I have to leave.
But as you might imagine, packing up and leaving is no simple subject.
Have you ever thought of leaving this place?
No,
Why not?
this is my home island. I'm born here. I love it. The land is changing, but I'm still remain the same. And my heart and my spirit remain the same. And I love my people and I love my land.